Hello and welcome to this 1250 point Yoldi Battle Report 40k 9th edition. And it's Dark Angels versus Adepta Sororitas again, same as the last battle I did, but I've taken very different lists this time to see what they're like. So this is a mainly Raven Guard list, and the sisters are using Valorous Heart this time, which I'm more familiar with. We're playing Vital Ground, so we got objective, there's one objective over there. That's sitting on it, and there's one over here. This Yield of Apocalypse thing here is in the middle of the board, and it's there for a reason. So I'll run to the armies and secondaries. I haven't rolled for first turn yet, and I'll get cracking. So Dark Angels, 1,250 points, like I said, mainly Ravenwing. So the Warlord is my new Primaris Chaplain on bike. He's got the Outrider Warlord trait. So before the first turn, I can move him and another Ravenwing unit. Nice and easy, means I get done at the beginning of the game and I'm going to remember it then. So that's him. He's a project on bike. I've got some Outriders, just as standard. 2 Landspeeder Typhoons, I think they're called. So they've got the heavy bolters and assaults. Cannon, that isn't a Talon Master. It's just a normal one. I've then got Unit of Intercessors, so that's one of my only non-Ravenwing things. They're here to sit in the back and hold the objective. Unit of Bikes. Both of the non-sergeants have got chainswords, and the sergeants got chainswords. I think they've all got chainsaws. I think they're all just bolters and chainswords. Landspeed of Vengeance with an assault cannon, and then I've got my Dark Talon and my Nephilim jet fighter, and I've also got 3 Insectors in Deep Strike Reserve. That's 250 points. Now for their secondaries, they're taking the Oaths of Moment. For those of you who don't know, that's a point for every vehicle or character they kill. A point or 2 points for a whole unit being within 6 inches of the middle, and a point if no unit flees or fails, falls back or fails the morale test. They've then got Purge the Enemy, which I think is basically kill more than the sisters, and they've got Assassinate. This sisters army I bring has always got a lot of characters, and it's got a lot of characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters in it. So with those some moment as well, there's lots of chance. So the Dark Angels ones are mainly about killing. None of their additional secondaries are to do with the objectives, so they're going to be trying to kill stuff. And then, right, over to my sisters. So I've got Celestine, she's the Warlord with her Beacon of Faith, and her 2 Gemini Superior buddies. I've got my Canoness Viridian down there. She's got the Book of St. Lucius, so her auras are 9 inches rather than 6 inches. I've got an Magifier with the Tail of Stoic, so that's the additional -1 to armor penetration. 3 Battle Scissor squads. They're all WYSIWYGs. So I've got one here with a Stormbolter, Flameware, Plasma Pistol, one here with Chainsaw, Plasma Pistol, and 2 Stormbolters, and one at the front here with Heavy Bolter, Stormbolter, and the Superior's got just a bolt gun. I've then got my Exorcist, as you can see. I've got my Retributor squad, 2 Heavy Bolters, 2 Multi-Melters, and the Superior's got Power Maul and Combi Plasma. And behind here somewhere, there is my 5 Dominions, all Melters, and a Combi Melter and Chainsword I think she's got. In Deep Strike Reserve, I've got my normal, my 5 Seraphim with Inferno Pistols. I'll say that the 2 ladies with no helmets on are the ones with Inferno Pistols, because I haven't picked up the other ones yet. I've also bought Kai Gannel and the Field Stern for a change. That should be interesting. So here we are, 250 points. I am using, as some of you might have noticed, the minimum board size for a change of 44 by 60. I thought I'd try it out. It's time to roll off to get the first turn. So Dark Angels get a 3. Sisters get a 3. Ooh. Dark Angels get a 2. Sisters get a 6. Sisters going first, because they will go first, because they want to get around a shooting in before these guys get anywhere near them. So I've got a couple of movement things I can do. So these guys can move and my Dominions can move. So I'll do that first, and then we'll come back beginning of Sisters turn 1. I forgot to say the Sisters secondaries. They've got Engage on all fronts, Raise the Banners High, and Vital Ground, which is the mission-specific one. Okay, now on to turn 1. Okay, Sisters turn 1 movement. Nothing too drastic really. The Dominion squad moved up here. They've got that objective just about. So they'll get points of Vital Ground. These ones moved up a little bit. That unit stayed behind and raised the banner. Exorcist just moved round to stay within 9 inches of the Canoness. These units moved up. Oops, these units moved up, but they're hiding behind there. And that's it, really. Not a huge amount of shooting is going to happen, I don't think, but I'll do some of it on camera, some of it off. So I'll do like small arms fire and stuff, and I'll come back. I've got things like the Exorcist to fire and the Melters to fire, things like that. Okay, back in a moment for shooting. Okay, I've done various small arms, so these ones advanced, so only the Flamer could attack and didn't do anything. All the bolters here haven't done anything yet. All I've got left now is the Exorcist and the Retributors, so I'll do the Retributors first. They're firing everything. I've done the Combi Plasma on the Superior, done nothing. Heavy Bolters and Multi-Melter firing at the Outriders. So let's do the Heavy Bolters first. 4 shots there with a range of a Cannoness, they can be our ones. 4 hits, I need 2 wounds on 4. Tough strength 5, toughness 5. No wounds. Not going to command point. No, let's save it. Multi-Melter, what I can remember is now 2 shots. I forgot that completely last game. I'm not going to use a Miracle Dice yet. I'm going to save that, I think. Hitting on 3s. 4 hits, Multi-Melters. He's only wound on 3s though, okay, strength 8, toughness 5. I will use one of my Miracle Dice for this. Ooh, I've got one over here. Use that 5 to wound automatically with one of them. The other 3, wounding on 3s. Not going to command point, so 3 Multi-Melter wounds. These go, it's before the first battle round, so actually Jink doesn't work, they haven't got Jink anyway. So that's 3 minus 4, so no save. D6 damage on each one. Oof. I don't know how many wounds an Outrider has now. So first one, 3, they've got more than 3, I think they've got 4. So that's 1 Outrider dead. Next one, 3. So 1 Outrider dead and 1 with 3 wounds. So let's take you off. You're the sergeant. Let's take you off and put 3 wounds on the sergeant. I don't want to lose the objective. Do I want to spend my Warhammer Cherubs? Let me come back in a moment. I want to check how many wounds they got for a start. That first one's obviously definitely dead. Yeah, they got 4 wounds. That's 1 with 1 wound left. So I am going to use my 2 Armorium Cherubs that I know I didn't say that at the beginning, but my 2 Armorium Cherubs to fire those 2 Multi-Melters again. See if I can clear out this Outrider squad right at the beginning, because they're quite scary. So I can't use Miracle Dice this time. I don't use command point yet though. So 3s. And I can reroll the 1 for the Cannoness. Still misses. 3 hits, wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. Well, that one has to be a dead guy. It's minus 4. And these 2, dead Outrider. Outrider's destroyed. Oh my goodness. Beginning of turn 1, Outrider's dead. That's mental. He's still within 3 inches though, so he's okay. But wow. Didn't see that coming. Okay, let's think about what the Exorcist is going to fire at. Okay, after that devastating fire from the Retributors, God, they always do well, Retributors. They're really good for sisters. I should really get another squad actually, because they're amazing. So last thing to fire is the Exorcist. I've done a heavy bolt already. It killed an Intercessor, and the missiles are firing at the Land Speed of Vengeance. I used CP for Devastating Refrain, and I got 9 shots, 9 D3 shots. But this has also spent a CP on High Speed Focus. It's actually got 4+ in run now. So Dark Angel down to 10, because I spent a CP to try and save that Intercessor and didn't. So these are the shots for the tank hitting the Land Speed of Vengeance, and it is hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Look, 3 1s in there, 2, looks like a few 2s. Oh no, not great actually. Only 4 hits out of that. Strength 8. It's not toughness 8, so I'll be winning on 3s. Okay, 2, and Sisters haven't spent a CP yet. That's CP1. Nope, still doesn't. 2 wounds, minus 3, but I've got my 4+ in when I spent it on. Fair one, save one. I can't already use the CP this turn. I think it is D6 damage. Yep, this is damage on the Land Speed of Vengeance. I can't kill it. 4 wounds on the Land Speed of Vengeance. I don't know how many wounds it's actually got. I have to check and come back. So I'll put that on him so I don't forget. So I suffered 4 wounds. So that's it. That's the end of Sister's turn 1. They'll get a point for Vital Ground. I think it's 1 point for Vital Ground. Holding that objective. And obviously they got... No, you don't score any on the primaries in turn 1. So they won't get any for that one. They don't need to take a morale test. They can't fail. That's it. On to Ravenwing Dark Angels turn 1. So just checking the rules, no, actually you can't score vital ground in the first turn, so no points for that. So sisters get no points on turn 1, because you can't score the primary in turn 1, raise the banners they'll get it next turn, so yeah, so no points at the moment. Okay, Dark Angel's movement turn 1, so the planes have zipped all the way over here, both of them. The Dark Talon did his status bomb already and killed 2 Retributors. I forgot to mention they've got Spirit of the Martyr, so one of them got to fire and the Heavy Bolter fired at Land Speeders, didn't do anything. Bikes moved up here, playing there. These guys stayed still, holding that back objective. Land Speeder Vengeance moved round to get shots, line of fire. These ones moved up to get or cover the chaplain a bit. So I don't think they can actually charge into this building, so they need to shoot those ones out. So yeah, that's it really. I'm trying to think what I'm going to fire. Let's do so. I'll do some small arm stuff. I think I've got some bolters to fire, and then I'll come back with some interesting stuff. So first up with the Dark Talon. I did the Hurricane Bolter off camera because I thought I probably won't kill anything because they pretty much ignore the penalties. And he wiped out the entire unit. It killed all 5 of them. So they're dead. Now he's firing the Rift Cannon at the Exorcist. So it's heavy D3. So 2 shots. Hits on 3s. 2 hits. Strength 12. So wounds on 3s. And I haven't used the CP yet. 2 wounds. Now, with the Rift Cannon, you don't make a saving throw. It just suffers 3 mortal wounds. I think it's for each one. So 3, because you should be doing it separately. So 3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. It suffers 6 mortal wounds. And it can't do anything about that. I'll stick that on there now so I don't forget. So he's done 6 mortal wounds. Do correct me if I'm wrong. It does say so each time I've made a weapon society wounds, do not make a saving throw. But I think it's each wound. So that's a wound. That's that sequence then and then the other one. So I think it's suffered 6 wounds. That's how I'm going to play it anyway. So next up is the Land Speeder Vengeance. He's going to fire everything at the Retributors. I want to deal with them. If I can kill the Retributors. If my bikes can get the charge in there and I can deal with these threats, then the sisters are going to be quite hampered, really. So, assault cannon first, heavy 6, I believe. Yeah, heavy 6. It's hitting on 3s, the vehicle. 5 hits. Wounding on 2s, because it's strength 6. All wound. It's -2, but they actually ignore -2, so they get 3+ save. All saved. And then I'm going to fire the Plasma Storm Battery. I'm not going to overcharge. There's absolutely no need to at all. Oh, I forgot. I forgot something. That unit I've got a 6+ Feel No Pain. Do that in a second. So the Retributors that already died. I'll do that in a second as well. I'll fire this first. Heavy 2d3. Oh, only 3 shots. Hitting on 3s with a Plasma Storm. 3 hits. So wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. And it's -3, so it does go through their armour. So they've got it'll just be a 6+ in run. Nope, that's 2 gone. And it's damage 2, so they've got 6+, Feel No Pain. Nope, 1's dead. Another 1's dead. Now I'll go back and do the Feel No Pains for the other ones I forgot. So the 2 Retributors have already died. Yep, 1 does come back. I'll bring the Heavy Bolter back, which is now dead, because I've just killed it. So I'll kill the Heavy Bolter and the other Heavy Bolter will die. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. And then there's the 5 sisters over there that died. Do they all die? Yes, they do. That's good. I'm quite pleased by that. I haven't got it. I'm going to bother redoing that. Okay, that's the Land Speeder Vengeance done. And the Dark Talon. Let's fire these Land Speeders. They are actually 2 separate units, these Land Speeders. So I'll fire the first one at those Retributors. See if I can kill those 2 Multi-Melters. Oh, I need to see if this Heavy Bolter can fire. No, it can't from Spirit of the Martyr. So let's fire Heavy Bolter first. Heavy 3. 3 hits on those Retributors. Only 1 wound. Saved. And the Assault Cannon again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hits on 3s. Wounds on 2s. 3+ save. I will use one of those Miracle Dice I've got over there to save one of those automatically. The other 2. I haven't used a command point this turn yet to try and save a sister. No, I haven't. Oh, still dies. Does it get to fire? No. So that's another Multi-Melter gone. I think I'll fire the other one at that last Multi-Melter, see if I can deal with it. Yeah, let's do that. So Heavy Bolter. 2 hits. No, no wounds. That's his wounds he's got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assault cannon shots. Not so good. Wounds on 3s. On 2, sorry. 2 wounds. Save. That last attributor's alive. They're down to 10. I've probably got my CPs wrong, but never mind. Okay, not much left to fire. Just the Nephilim jet fighter. I'll find his... Oh, it's just that's here. Let's do him. So, you know what? I'll come back when I know what he's firing at. Okay, last one to fire is the Nephilim jet fighter. So I'm splitting fire left, right and centre. Avenger Mega Bolter is going into the Dominion squad here. Twin Heavy Bolters are going into that last Retributor. And the Black Sword missile launchers are going into the Exorcist. So let's do the Twin Heavy Bolter first into that Retributor. 6 shots. Oh, I don't think has it got the ground target thing now? No, it used to be +1 to hit against things on the ground, but yeah, no, it's now +1 to aircraft. No, so that's 3 hits. 3s, 3 wounds, -2, but she ignores that, so 3 plus save. Can this come? 3. No miracle dice left, no command points left. No, she's very dead. And she's got to make 4, 6 plus feel no pains. Nope, she's dead. Can she fire? No, she can't. That did eliminate that last Retributor. That's pretty good for Dark Angels, killing the Retributors. Right, let's go on to the next one. Avenger Mega Bolter. This is quite a fun one. That's going to go into the Dominion squad there. They'll get a 2 plus save against this because they're in cover, but hey ho. So 3s. That's a pretty good roll. And then 3s again. That's about average. 4 wounds. 2 plus save because they ignore the -1. Oh no, it's heavy. Which means it'll be -2, and they're not within range. They've only got a 4 plus save actually. So make 3 of them. So 1 dies. Can that one fire? It can. And it will fire its melter, the one that dies, at the bikes. Hits. Doesn't wound. Okay. So 1 melter dead. That is... Oh, and the 2 black sword missile launchers. So hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength... Oh, we think 7. I think Exorcist toughness 8. That's what I get. 2 4s. Right, I need to check the toughness of an Exorcist. Yep, it is toughness 8, so that does not wound. Okay, on to... So they did manage to kill... All the Retributors are dead. Another whole squad is dead. 6 wounds off the Exorcist. So we just got left with dice on a second, and they killed 2 Dominion. But I'm now going to charge these into that Dominion squad, and I'll come back in a moment. They probably won't bother overwatching. 3 melters, I know. Oh, sod it, let's overwatch. Let's do it on camera. So overwatching, and I'll do both parts of the combo melter. So overwatch, no hits with the melters. The bolter, 1 hit, doesn't wound. Okay, that was easy. Do they get in? I don't know how far it is. It's probably not too far. I can re-roll this. 8 will be in easily. So they're going to be charging right in. They're going to be hurting a lot. We'll come back at the end of combat. Okay, so I didn't bother filming this. They killed them easily. So at the end of the Dark Angels battle round, they get 1 point for Oaths of Moment for no one fleeing. There's no one in the middle and didn't kill a vehicle or a character. They killed a lot. They killed 3 whole units and took 6 wounds off an Exorcist, so that's pretty good, but they did not kill a unit or character. And then they get 1 point for Purge the Enemy because the Retributors were killed by a heavy weapon. They were killed by the heavy bolters. In the Dorothy doctrines, they get a point for that as well. So Dark Angels have got 2 points. They're currently sitting on 3 objectives though, so unless the sisters can clear them off these 3, then yeah, exactly. Make a point. So sisters will start turn 2. Yeah, let's go on to sisters turn 2. So starting off beginning of turn 2, they're going to get 5 points on that objective and 1 point to raise the banner on that objective as well. That's all they're getting at the beginning of the turn. Okay, here we are, sisters turn 2. So Ethereal Stern and the Seraphim have dropped in here. This unit have moved up. 6 inches gets them just within 3 inches of that objective, and they are a core. They're a troops choice, so they will be holding that objective. The banner moved up with them. Canoness stayed behind with the Exorcist to give it the reroll 1s. Celestine moved up here. He's going to try and take on these as well as this unit. Spread myself quite thinly, but we will see. We'll see what happens. So I've done defender CP on Deadly Descent, so they're on 10 CPs. The bolt pistols and the plasma pistol have already fired and taken 2 wounds off. Now the 2 Inferno pistols are going to fire. So these hit on 3s. I'm going to use the Miracle Dice to hit with one of those automatically because I've got a 5 and a 6 over here, so I'll use the 5 to hit automatically. The other 3 hits, 4 hits. Wound on 3s. 4 wounds. They are -4, so no save. That guy's dead. Oh, he's the sergeant. Oops. Other ones. That's 1 dead. Next one. Dead. Because I've got 3 wounds each. And last one, which I will CP if I have to. Dead. Wow. That was the best Deadly Descent I've ever done. They just wiped out that unit. That will be and that is also a Miracle Dice at the end of this turn, which is the movement phase. And I get another 3. That's the unit of bikes gone. Blimey. That was brutal. Wow. Okay. Okay, yeah, so on to shooting for the rest of the... that's in the movement phase, and now it's on to the shooting phase. Okay, so I'm coming back fairly close to the end of the shooting, really. I didn't think it was going to be that exciting, and it was. So after I killed those guys, there's a dice, with Deadly Descent, I then fired their bolt pistols and plasma pistol at the intercessors, and as you can see, there's a big intercessor-shaped hole. They killed 2. And then Ethereal Stern did her little thing, her Demonofuge ability, and killed another one, so down to 1 model left. Then pretty much everything over here and that unit there fired at this land speeder. It's down to 2 wounds, down to 1 wound left. I realised I didn't fire her bolter. Oh, she advanced actually, that image advanced, she can't fire it. 13 fires, everything fired at these land speeders and they took 5 wounds off. It did. No, the plasma pistol took 2 wounds off, then nothing else did very much. So the last thing up is the Exorcist. I fired a heavy bolt already, took 2 more wounds off Land Speeder Vengeance, and the missile launcher is firing at the Dark Talon. I've already done my number of shots. They're here. I spent another CP on cacophonic refrain or something. Wherever I get where I get to re-roll the number of dice. But I got 8, which is pretty good. 6. Oh, I've got 9 here. 3, 6. Should be 8. So 9 shots, hitting on 4s, because it's -1 to hit, because it's the flyer. But I get to reroll 1s. So I get, well, it's not too bad. Not too bad, really. Reroll that 1, which is another hit. Strength 7. No, strength 8. Toughness 7, I believe. I might have to check this. I'll roll what I get. Well, that, and that will definitely wound. Let me quickly check. Exorcist. Strength 8. Dark Talon, here we go, is toughness 6. So yeah, they all wound. Oh my goodness. And they are -3. But it has moved. So it's got a 5+ in run, because it's got the Jinx plus rule. So 5+ in run on the Dark Talon. Oh, it makes 4 of them. 4. I can still... Well, let's CP one of those for Dark Angels. Wow, they've got loads. Nope, down to 9 TPs in a second, so it'll be 2d6 damage. Let's use this 6 to do 6 damage, because I haven't used the Miracle Dice for this turn yet. I need a 4 on this, I believe. It's got 11 wounds, I need a 5 on this, and I will CP if I don't get a 5. 4, it'll have 1 wound left. Sod it. CP. 5! 11 wounds, that is a dead Dark Talon. Does it explode? No, it's 6. That's a dead Dark Talon. That is awesome. Well done, Exorcist. You've done well already this game. What did you kill before? I can't remember. You killed stuff. You've done well. That's dead Dark Talon. That is really, really good actually for sisters, because that's quite a threat. Because you can deal mortal wounds. Okay, so that is the end of... Oh no, that's the end of the shooting phase, but there will be some charges. Get some charges going, I reckon. So I'll come back at the end of the charge phase. Okay, end of the charge phase. So they got in. I didn't really think it was worth overwatching. Hitting on 6s, and they've got really good saves and stuff, so I don't overwatch. Here, so Ethereal Stern needed a 10, and Paganel needed an 11. And this is their rolls. So they're both in, which is mental. So there we go. There's a dead... Hopefully a dead Intercessor, because those 2 should kill him. So that's crazy. I've never got those... I was expecting to CP one of them and maybe get a field sterling or 10, but wow. So yeah, let's move on to combat. I will probably do the Gemini Superior. No one's going to interrupt. There's no point in them turning them into up and hit Celestine. So the Gemini Superior, and he's not going to interrupt because it's not going to do anything to them. Gemini Superior will go first, and then I'll come back and do Celestine. So the Gemini Superior managed to kill that land speed on 1 wound left. So I'm not interrupting. There's no point in anything. There's no point spending 2 CP to interrupt. Now Celestine will go in at this land speeder. So she's got 6 attacks. She hits on 2s. It's 5 hits. She will wound on. She is strength 7. So she'll wound on 3s. Tempted to use a miracle dice. Yes, let's use a miracle. I've got 3 there. 1 miracle dice. That'll be 1 automatic wound. The other ones, 4 wounds. It is -3, 2 damage. I need to save 2 of these on 6s. Oh, I should have spent a CP on. Give it a 5+ in run in combat. I'll come back. There's a strat I can use, which might save him, and I'll have a check. Okay, never mind. The strat is called Evasive Assault, but it's Ravenwing Biker Unit and never land speeder, so it wouldn't work. So I need to make a lot of 6s. 2 6s. It only does 2 damage each, so that is 4 wounds, and land speeders have 6 wounds, so it's got 2 wounds left. So we'll tack back in a moment, but we're going to come over to here, and I'll come back when I've got a Field Stern and Garganel's stuff. Okay, over here, so Field Stern first. So she's got 4 attacks, she hits on 2s. That's 4 hits. She will see a strength 5 in combat, it's +1 for her weapon. Sanctity. She's winning on 3s, it's -3, 2 damage. So winning on 3s. What's that? 2. So 2 wounds. I need to make 2 6s to save this Intercessor. Oh, close. Nah, it's not worth it. Garganel's got to go yet. That's a dead Intercessor. Right, just the land speeders attack back. I'll probably do that off camera, to be honest with you. Okay, to round up the end of Sisters turn 2. So they get 3 points for engaging all fronts, because I've got all 4 table quarters. That's actually it, but they are currently holding all 4 objectives. Dark Angels have got a lot to come back from now. That was a slightly surprising turn, really. But anyway. Yeah, so Dark Angels will get no points for their primaries at the beginning of turn 2 either. Beginning of their turn 2, which is a bit mad. But they're going to have to try and kill some stuff. There's a lot of characters around for them to try and take down. That could do them good. Yeah, let's see what they can do. Okay, Dark Angels turn 2, like I said, so movement. Adepta's dropped in here. Not much else to move, really. He stood still, because he's +1 to hit, stand still. And the Jetpack's moved over there, and the Chaplain's moved around a little bit. He fired his bolters and killed one of them, and then we're over to the Inceptors. They're fighting the Seraphim because they're now in the Assault Doctrine, or whatever it's called, the one where assault weapons get additional -1. They will be at -2, whereas they will ignore the -2. So they're fighting them. Got 18 shots. I might have to do these in a couple of lumps. First lot of Assault Bolters. That's pretty good. That many hits. And these ones, that's also pretty good. Only 4 misses out of 18. So 14 here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. Good. These are wounding on 3s, and these are -2. It's a pretty good wound roll as well. So these are all -2, so 5+. They got 5+ in run anyway. So 5+ in runs or saves. Nope, that is definitely dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're completely dead. Right, do anyone get to fire? Well, the Inferno pistols will be out of range. The bolt pistols won't be, though. So 2 lots of bolt pistols. Nope. And the passive pistol gets to fire. Nope. So they are... Oh, they do get... let's just do a few. There were loads. 6+ feel no pain. No, they're definitely dead. So that is pretty good, actually. They're quite a scary unit, so that's quite useful. And they are still within 9 inches of them, so they might get a charge in. So Seraphim gone. Right, now think about what's going to go next. That's them dead. Okay, next up is Landspeed of Vengeance. It's already fired its assault cannon at Garganel and took 2 wounds off, and it's doing the supercharging plasma storm battery at the Exorcist. I rolled 6 for the number of shots, hitting on 2s because it's Dark Angel that hasn't moved. 2s. Oh, that I will command point that 1 because otherwise I'll take a mortal wound and I might get another hit. Yep. So 6 hit is strength, 9. So 3s to wound. I can't command point now though. That is a lot of wound. It's -3. So it'll be on its 6+ in run. Each one of these is 3 damage. So actually it's got a lot to try and save. Yeah, it's very dead. It's a very dead exorcist. Completely plasma to pieces. Does it explode? It does explode. I need to look at what the explosion is for that. Okay, so after the exorcist fire was blown up by the Vengeance, Landspeeder Vengeance, next the Landspeeder fired, because it's a vehicle, so it can fire into combat, fired everything and killed both of the Gemini Superior, which is mental because they're both characters, so they'll get 4 points for Assassinate and 2 points on Oaths of Moment as well. On Oaths of Moments, that's ridiculous. So they're both dead. I actually killed them with the heavy bolters, just heavy bolter. The heavy bolters are 2 damage each now, and then they got 2 wounds, which is terrifying. It's been like a brutal battle. This is the end of turn 2. This is the dead pile for Sisters already, and the dead pile for Dark Angels already. End of turn 2 is all that's left. Okay, so then last thing to fire is the Nephilim Jet Fighter. I'm firing the missiles and the heavy bolter at the Canoness. See if I can finish her off. She took 1 wound from the explosion. And then the Avenger Mega Bolter is going into these 4 sisters here. So heavy bolters first into the Canoness. So 3s to hit. Oh, only 3 hits. 3s to wound. 2 wounds. It ignores the -1, so 3+ save. Saves both of them. And then the missiles, 2 hits, strength 7 to wound on 2s. I will command point that. 2 wounds, 4+ in run. All these are -3, 2 damage. I have got. Yeah, I'm going to spend one of those miracle dice, which will definitely keep her alive. The other one, saved. So I've lost the miracle dice, but she's alive, and that's important because she's holding that objective, and she's a character. Right, Avenger Mega Bolter, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, and that's going into these sisters here, so if I can wipe them off this objective. So 3s to hit. It is strength 5, so 3s to wound. They ignore the -1 now, so they've got 3+ save. Okay, so 3 of them die. Let's see if any of them can. I'll leave those superior. So the bolter person can't fire. The storm bolter can't fire. The flamer can't fire. So they've lost 3. They're going to have to take a morale test as well now. But she's a core. She's a troop. So I'm going to spend my last miracle dice, which is a 2, to stop her from running away. It's too important for her to be alive. He might attack her. He might charge her, actually, thinking about it. I know that I'll think about talking Celestine, but if I can kill her, that objective will be contested. I've got to, really, haven't I? There's no other shooting available, so that's the last thing. So let's go on to charging, and I'll come back at the end of the charge phase. I didn't bother filming the combat phase, it's so quick. He killed her really easily, she killed him, and just look at that, warlords facing off against each other. Yeah, so they get quite a few points on the secondaries this turn, Dark Angels, some extra points on Oaths of Moment, points of 1 point on Purge the Enemy, points on Assassinate, but Sisters were about to get 15 points on the primary, as well as a point to raise the banner, and they're going to get points for Vital Ground as well, for this one and that one. So we'll come back in a moment. I'll work out their points and we'll come back. Okay, yeah, so beginning of Sisters' turn, they get 1 point raise the banner, 15 points on their primary, and 5 points on Vital Ground for holding these 2 objectives here. Yeah, so it's quite a lot of points. It's been proved. Turn 3 and hardly. I think it'll be over the end of this turn. I probably wouldn't even. Don't know how much more they're playing, depending on how much is alive. I can see that being dead. But they've got some interceptors here, and there's a plane. The Dark Angels have probably got more assets, but can they get the point? That's the question. Okay, yeah, on to Sisters turn 3. Okay, coming in actually at the combat phase. So Ethereal Stone moved up. I'll just summarise everything else. Ethereal Stone moved up and did her Demonifuge ability and killed the Dark Shroud. The Lamp of Venom straight away. That was easy. Exploded and did 2 mortal wounds to her. These ones fired at them and did nothing. And Celestine fired at the Chaplain and did 1 wound. More importantly, she got into combat and 6 attacks. I will spend one of my miracle dice to hit automatically. Does this 2. And it's 5 other attacks, hitting on 2s. All hits. And she is strength. Remember, now strength 7, I believe. And he is toughness 5. So 3s to wound. I'm going to CP that. Let's get as many wounds as I can. Yep, 6 wounds. These are 2 damage each. He's got 6 wounds left. And he's got, I believe, a 4+ in run. I need to make 4 4+ in runs. And at the moment, he's dead. CP. He's dead. Slayed him. Done. Jeez, that is 6. Yeah, 2. That's 6. Yeah, he is dead. He just killed the chaplain on bike. Wow. Okay, that's not good for them. So, yeah, he's dead. Okay. So, end of Sister's turn. They're going to get... I think what they're going to get... extra points. They'll just get 2 more points. 3 more points for engagement on fronts. They're in all 4 table courses. Yeah. And then next turn they're going to get loads of points. I think I will do. I'll do Dark Angel's turn 3 for sake of it. But all they've got left is 3 Inceptors and the Nephilim Jet Fighter. We'll see if they can kill something. And then I'll probably leave at the end of that because Sisters are so far ahead. And then there's no way that the Dark Angels can get anything else. I might play it out and just summarise the rest of it. But yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, just coming in, this is the end. I did play out the rest of the turns. They were really quick. I did them in like 2 minutes. Basically, the jet fighter whizzed around. It killed Ethereal Stern in 1 turn. It killed Kaiganel in the next turn. And then it's over here. These guys, they basically just finished off all this stuff here and got that objective 5 points in the last turn. And they finished off the Canoness as well. Celestine just stood there and kept that objective, and the sisters didn't. None of the sisters did anything else. Except the Canoness obviously stood there until the end of turn 5. Okay, I mean, look, this is it. I mean, it's mental death toll. But yeah, so really good fun as well. I didn't think sisters were going to be this good against the Ravenwing. I mean, they've really decimated them. It's surprising, but the rolling on both sides has been mental. But it's really good. No one's had bad rolling. Yeah, I mean, killing the Outriders turn 1, killing those bikes turn 2, the Exorcist being killed quite easily, wiping out the Retributors turn 2. But Sisters really, I mean, Celestine was amazing again. She basically pretty much killed 2 land speeders and the chaplain on bike by herself. Yeah, all sorts. When you saw it, it's all a lot of death. The Dark Angels only got 32, 34 in the end. They got a lot in their secondaries. So they didn't do too bad in the secondaries, but they only got 5 points for their primary. That's the thing. They didn't really get any. In turn 2, they were only contesting stuff. Sometimes I lose track of these, but I mean, they've definitely lost whatever, but they only got 5 points of primaries, whereas Sisters got 45 on their primaries, and they maxed out Vital Ground as well. So Sisters got 82 points of 34, so it is an absolute whitewash on the Sisters' part. Which is pretty mental. I may have made a mistake with some rules and things. I may have forgotten some strategies and things. There's a lot to try and remember when you're doing, when you've got this much to remember with 2 armies, trying to do it yourself. But it was good fun, really good fun. I'll spend my nights out for the next game. I think I've done 2 games in a row with Sisters versus Dark Angels, and we'll do something different for the next one. But yeah, that was really good. Good to bring the Ravenwing. They did struggle. I think they got turn 1, it could have been very different if they got turn 1. I mean, they lost the Outriders in turn 1, which is pretty brutal because the Outriders, if they'd survived, if they charged, they'd just wipe out anything. So that was pretty mental. But actually, they only really lost the Outriders, I think, thinking about it. They didn't lose anything else. And in return, they did kill quite a lot in turn 1. So I don't really know. I expected the Ravenwing to be kind of zipping around all over the place, but once they lost the Outriders and then lost the bikes by turn 2, and then the land speeds got locked up, they suddenly lost their manoeuvrability. And I mean, those Sisters dropping in here was mental. I mean, those the deadly descent killing those bikes in 1 round of shooting was mad, and then Ethereal Stern and Kaiganel getting a 10-inch and 11-inch charge to finish off that intercessor was mental. Because if they hadn't got that charge, that would have been another 5 points for Dark Angels. So That would have been mental, really. And then, finishing off Dark Transplant, everything seemed to just work for everyone. Celestine Kid got exactly the right number of wounds needed to kill that Primaris Chaplain on bike. They're just death all round. Death all round. As you can see, there's only 4 models left. And one of those is Celestine, who's really hard to kill. It was really good fun. I still like both armies. Love them both. Hopefully I can get a game against someone else at some point. We're in tier 4 at the moment in the UK, which means basically we're in lockdown. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope I didn't make too many mistakes. It's a lot to remember, like I said, fighting 2 armies and all the other rules you've got to remember. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And check out the Facebook page. You'll see the progress of all my Dark Angels I'm painting, and the sisters. If you fancy supporting the channel, helping us out, check out the Patreon. It bought things like this mat. It bought these lights. Various things. But thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.